How much money did I make last year as a hospital pharmacist with 5 years of experience? Quick answer, 230,000. That's before taxes and deductions. So that's just gross. 230,000. And after taxes, I get $140,000. Man, taxes suck. So here's my breakdown. So my base pay is $74 an hour. Overtime pays 1.5 times my base salary per hour, and this is common in hospitals throughout the United States. And I had about 230 hours worth of overtime because my coworkers, they either died, got fired, or they quit. You can see my other YouTube videos about the story. So my shift, it normally consists of 10 hours per day, and working any time over 10 hours, that's considered overtime. And overtime pay is only for those hours after my regular shift. So if I work 11 hours, then only 1 hour is paid the 1.5 times my base salary. If I were to work 12 hours or more in my shift, then each hour after the 12 hours, it gets paid double time. So 2 times my base salary. Holiday pay. So I made about $1,200 in holiday pay. And so working on holidays, it pays 1.5 times my base salary per hour. And if I work graveyard shift, then I need to clock in on a holiday in order to get holiday pay. Let's see, weekends, I made a total of $1,000 that year. So working on the weekends, which means Saturday and Sunday, it pays $2 extra per hour. This kind of sucks because it's just a flat rate versus a percentage of your base salary. So the best thing about working at a hospital is what's called pay differential. So a differential is when you get paid extra for working and at an irregular time of day. So for my afternoon shift differential, I got paid a total of $2,000 that year. So when I clock in anytime from 11 a.m. all the way till 5 p.m., anytime I clock in between those two times, then I get 5% more per hour for my base pay. And this is very common in most hospitals since they're open 24 hours a day. And this will incentivize people to work afternoon shifts or graveyard shifts. For my night differential, I made $20,000. I tend to work a lot at graveyards, that's why it's a lot. So when I clock in anytime between 6 p.m. and 4 a.m., I get paid 13% more per hour from my base pay. And by the way, all these differentials, they're stackable. So for example, if I work graveyard shift on a holiday that occurs on a Sunday, then I get paid all of the differentials. So that means 13% more per hour, plus the 1.5 times more per hour, plus $2 more per hour. Paid time off hours, so that's abbreviated PTO hours. I made $25,000 that year. So every week I get 5 hours of PTO hours. So if I work less than 40 hours per week, I can use these PTO hours to make my weekly paycheck to be 40 hours worth of pay when I really worked less than 40 hours for that week. And I don't use my PTO hours because my typical work schedule is working 8 days in a row and then 6 days off in a row. And I tend to schedule my vacation days on the days that I'm off so that I never need to use these PTO hours. At any time, I can cash out my PTO hours, and each PTO hour, it counts as a base pay per hour. Now the dreaded part of this video, taxes. So this is going to be how much money that I lose for my gross pay. So federal income tax. I lose $40,000. Medicare tax, minus $3,500. Social Security tax, minus $10,000. What's good about Social Security tax is that it's capped at, like, when your gross income exceeds 165,000, then you don't have to pay it anymore for the rest of the year. This cap, it changes every year, by the way. It usually increases more to adjust for inflation. So my next tax is state tax, and I lost $17,000. Okay, so now on to deductions, which is your money being used for something that still belongs to you. So my 401k, it costs $14,000. Dental insurance, $300. Flexible healthcare spending account, $1,800. Vision insurance, $100. Company stock, $2,300. Union dues, $2,500. My next video will show a breakdown of all these deductions. So see my next video. And if you add all that up, my gross, $200,000 in the year 2023. After taxes, I get paid $140,000. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments.